Hello, this is Rod Junction, and this is part 3 of the town scene that I'm currently building. Now, what's happened since you last saw it is I've added in the remaining road markings. So we got the pedestrian crossing here, and some lines to separate the two sides of the bus stop. Then we got the pedestrian crossing over here, give way line there, and an additional double yellow line at the back, just to add a little bit of colour, make things look a little bit better. Something that's also changed is I have bought some cars that are a bit more in keeping with the time period. So I've got some nice 1980s cars. So here we've got a Mark III Ford Cortina and a Capri. No 80s layout is complete unless you've got a Ford Capri. They were everywhere. And we've got an Escort XR3i, another classic 80s car. Got another one over here in the car park as well, in the trademark white that you always used to see them in. What else have I got? Oh yeah, I've got another Capri over here, a red one, and a Reliant Scimitar over there. Got another Ford Cortina. This particular one is modelled after the one that featured in the TV show Life on Mars, which I thought was quite funny, so I got that one. And the rest of the cars are still the 1960s cars, but they now blend in a little bit better. Obviously cars like the Mini you would always see, so the Mini fits in nicely. We've got an old MGB over here, a few of those were still driving around in the time period. Classic VW camper, there were still a few of those knocking around, and I've got one or two Mark I Capris just to sort of add a few more cars really, so it's looking nice and busy. I've also painted a floor in the station. It's not quite finished yet, but you can see in there we've got a red floor starting to be created. The station is still looking fairly good. I need to finish off wiring up the lights, and then the station building will look a bit better. So that's basically all I've done on the top of the town scene. Another part I've been working on is down here, and this is an additional piece of road. It's not very big, it's only that big, and that just finishes things off, make sure this road actually goes somewhere, because at the moment it just sort of ends there. So if I zoom out, you can see the town scene is actually in place on the layout, and you can see it does look pretty impressive. I'm very pleased with it, and it's starting to come along quite nicely. So move on to the next pieces and bits and bobs. Starting to create the back of some warehouses or a retail park along here. This is just a thin bit of hardboard which I found in a box for an old server rack at work, and it was just been chucked away, so I took the liberty of taking the hardboard, and it's a nice thickness and is very useful for low relief buildings like that. So that'll all be covered in corrugated plastic card and all painted up and made to look nice. And I'll put some logos and stuff from shops that have since gone bust, or just old logos from shops that still exist, but just the old logo, just to add a bit more realism to the layout, make it a bit easier to identify what kind of time period it's set in. I've also been making some stairs. These are just made out of matchsticks. These are really easy. Let me pick this one up. You can see they're just made of matchsticks. But they just take a little while to dry, but you can build loads of it in one go and just leave it to dry, so that's not too bad. They just slot in like that. I'll be having, I might cut them down in width slightly, I haven't decided yet, but on the other side, so here, there will be a lift, kind of lift, and I'll make a little brick built lift shaft so the disabled can actually get onto the platforms and use the train. There'll also be, obviously this will have a roof on it that comes down over the top of the whole thing, and it'll blend in and look nice. I'll brick up the side there so you can't see where the the underneath. I've started to add some cardboard in as well, where there's going to be areas that are walling. So I've got a big consignment of plastic card on its way from Slater's in the post at the moment. Hopefully that'll come during the next week or so. I'll have to see, because it's only a 3-day week next week, so it might not, but I'm in no hurry. So anyway, this cardboard is basically a base for that plasticard. So I've got brick plasticard and I've got corrugated steel plasticard coming in the post. The corrugated steel will be used over there for the warehouses, and it'll be used for roofs and things. Might put some of it on top of the station, not really too sure yet. But the brick will be mainly used for walling. So along here will be a load of walling, and then where I've got a part that goes over track, such as here, I'll be using a steel or steel-like bridge girder. So either the Pico steel bridge girder, which I know is very good, and you can join it to other ones and make a nice long kind of viaduct, or I will construct some of my own out of just plain plasticard, and I'll spray them up. I haven't really decided what to go for yet, but I suspect I'll probably use a combination of the Pico sides, such as over here where one will fit perfectly, slightly cut down, and then where I've got a slightly longer area that won't fit too, I'll make my own girder or something along those lines. Anyway, see how it goes. But yes, that'll look quite good. If we come around the other side, you can see I've got another piece of cardboard in over there and a small bit over there, so we're actually starting to get a bit of a built-up effect, starting to look a bit more realistic. And if we look over there, some of you may remember I had some plastic retaining walls. I only had about 4 pieces, and they weren't very tall, and I was originally going to use them over there at the back, but they weren't really tall enough. I wasn't too happy about using them over there. So what I've done instead is I've put them inside the actual town scene, or underneath the tunnel, so it actually looks like the trains are going into a tunnel and it's not just a load of woodwork and baseboard. And I ballasted up to the edge as well. That looked quite good. This long piece of cardboard there, that'll have brick around it and stuff and blend in with the warehouses. So it'll all be blended in and hopefully come out pretty well. I'm starting to make the pathways on this bit of road already. This bit of road just comes out like that. So here there'll be some more cardboard which will come up to the edge on this new piece I've put in. If you remember, the track used to end here, or the baseboard used to end here. That was a bit of a problem for safety regarding the safety of trains rather than myself. It was a bit close to the track, so I put this in to first of all give a big support for the bridge on this side so it all blends in. Second of all, to make the trains a little bit safer, get them away from the edge of the board, and also I've now got another little area where I can make a bit of scenic stuff and scrap rails and dead sleepers and bits and pieces. So hopefully that will come out alright. It's another job to do. What else have I done? I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. Well, there we go. There's been a lot of talking in this video, but I hope you found it interesting. Town scene part 4 is on the way. That'll probably be retaining walls, finishing off the stairs, and just maybe I might actually get round to doing the gardens like I did say. But I'm thinking they might be more of a finishing touch now, because the gardens are comparatively quite easy to do. Where it's difficult is where all this walling and bridge sides and construction and boarding up and support and building this extra piece of road and stuff. That's all going to take time and effort and quite a while, as well as getting these warehouses up to standard. So I'll probably work on that first, and that will make the area blend in and look all really nice, and actually make it look like it's part of the environment and not just a board on a plinth. It's starting to get there. I've only added the cardboard, but even that makes quite a difference. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.